From Volunteer TV, this is Local 8 News.
Investigators are trying to piece together a murder with very few clues, and they need your help.
Plus, the Supreme Court starts its term today. We're taking a look at some of the biggest cases.
And a Habitat for Humanity house with a special meaning for the team right here at WVLT.
Local 8 News this morning starts now.
All right, good Monday morning, everybody. The time now is 4:58. I'm Marco Villarreal.
And I'm Aaron Barnett. Thanks for waking up and watching Local 8 News this morning. We're starting with your news up to the minute you wake up with Melissa Lee.
Yep, good morning, everyone. So the Supreme Court starts its next term today. We just heard Marco say that. And we're taking a look at the dozens of cases already on the docket, one in particular dealing with speech online. So that's coming up a little later this morning.
That's huge because we all use it.
Yeah,
so all right. Let's talk about today's weather. When you guys stepped out, it was chilly, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, I got the scarf out today.
All right, Heather Haley standing by. What is up with this cold weather?
It's October.
Wow.
It's really here, Marco. We're going to get through it. It's your birthday month. Come on.
All right, 4:58. I'm sorry, I'm such a smart aleck. All right, going through the day today, yes, we have a seasonable chill this morning. Going through the day, though, this is what we got to really focus on. Because, you know, with the chill, it feels good. I'm not gonna lie, I like it. But yes, we did all come in a little more bundled up than normal this morning. Got 48 degrees for you at 8 with some isolated showers and storms. They are spotty, already popping up. Better chance for rain and storms really going up each hour afternoon. So becoming scattered around lunchtime, 63 degrees. We've got a high of 73 around 4 o'clock. 40% chance to a 60% chance for showers and storms at 4. And guess what? A few hours later, 80% chance. The reason it's going up is we're going to see really more organization come through here with this system. So tonight, sticking with that 80% chance for showers and storms. Some stronger to possibly severe storms today, tonight, into tomorrow. They're spotty right now. Southeastern Kentucky, you guys have already seen a couple of little storms here. Seeing a stronger storm just kind of graze northern Wayne County. Seeing some lightning indicators going off west of Stearns still with some rain just kind of trickling through Whitley County on up into Knox County, Kentucky, parts of Bell County as well. For the most part, we're seeing some cloud variation in Tennessee. It's also causing these temperature variation. It's 56 in Knoxville. That's a nice seasonable chill, but it's 50 Oak Ridge, 47 in Morristown, but then 61 in Corbin, where there's been a lot more clouds and some showers this morning.
All right, getting to some breaking news now out of East Knoxville. Dozens of people forced from their apartments. A fire breaking out about 2 this morning. Investigators believe that this all started in a laundry room over at the Park Ridge Harbor Apartments. And that's over on East 5th Avenue. Firefighters, they found a mattress burning in the laundry room, and it set off the sprinklers throughout the entire building. Most of the people living there had physical and mental challenges. They went to the temporary housing until damage can be repaired. One person was checked out for smoke inhalation. No one else was hurt. And now we're tracking crime over in your neighborhood. You could have the tip that investigators need to help solve a murder.
Yeah, and they're asking for your help this morning. A body was found of a Newmarket woman in West Knox County. Very little clues right now surrounding her death, but we are getting the latest from investigators. Deputies say that the man found Anita Martin Saturday. This was near Valley Vista Road and Carmichael Road. They found her body near Gravel Road in an undeveloped area. They believe it was left sometime this past weekend. Detectives haven't said how they think she might have died, but they are investigating this case as a homicide. Now, anyone who might have saw a vehicle, maybe some activity in that area between Friday evening and Saturday afternoon is asked to call the sheriff's office. Also this morning, 3 people facing charges. Deputies say that they stole a large amount of drugs from a Roane County home. The burglary happened early Friday morning in Harriman. The deputy was able to track down the getaway car and make the arrest.
All right, we're covering the world now. Top government health officials don't want to ban travelers from Ebola-infected countries. They're warning that shutting down borders could hurt efforts to stop the deadly virus. And the idea of a ban gained popularity last week after the first U.S. case was diagnosed in Dallas. Others argued it would help public safety, but CDC leaders say the flight ban could stop Americans who are trying to get home. In Indiana, aid worker is the latest American threatened with beheading by the Islamic State group. Peter Kassig's parents say that he told them in a letter last June that he's afraid to die. He said in the letter that if he does die, that they should be comforted, knowing that he died trying to end suffering and help those in need. He was taken captive about 1 year ago. And a U.S. airman is found dead, 2 others still missing in Japan. A powerful typhoon washed them out to sea. The storm slammed central Japan, triggering mudslides, and it later swerved back into the Pacific Ocean. And Melissa Lee here this morning to talk about the Supreme Court. They're starting its next term today.
Yeah, and there are more than 3 dozen cases already on the docket, with dozens more expected to be added. And one of these cases deals with our speech online. The justices will have to come up with a level of proof to convict someone of making criminal threats. Now, the case centers around this man, Anthony Alonis. A federal court convicted him of making threats on Facebook. Alonis expressed some of those threats as rap lyrics. His lawyer said there was not enough to prove Alonis showed an intent to threaten. The Justice Department said the comments were serious, not just careless talk or an angry outburst.
All right, so today's the first day on this. So what would that ruling on all of this mention or mean for all of us when it comes to online speech?
Okay, so this could affect anonymous social media and put general threats made online in the same category as those made in person.
All right, we'll have to see what happens. Thank you, Melissa.
All right, covering Tennessee this morning, following up on a fire in North Knox County. We know it could have been much worse. Firefighters called out there to Forrestal Apartments on Saturday morning. They put out the fire that damaged 4 units. Crew says it looks like someone might have started it by cooking but fell asleep, and that's when the flames quickly spread up the cabinets.
There'll be 4 apartments affected, 1 fire and smoke. The other 3 will be for water damage due to the electrical concerns.
And firefighters say that the smoke detectors woke the people up living there and that they were able to get out safely. A Knoxville family is waking up in a brand new home this morning, and this Saturday was a special day not only for them but for us here at WVLT. Local news reporter Casey Wheelis showing us the Habitat for Humanity home was built by women, some of them you may even recognize.
Can you tell?
It's a day to celebrate for Renee Wilson. After months of hard work, her home is finally finished.
Just so grateful that God has really blessed me and my kids with this opportunity.
Excited to be a first-time homeowner, Renee didn't get here alone. She had the help of dozens of volunteers, all of them women.
It was an amazing experience. All of the volunteers coming together. You know, we had the UT women's soccer team. We had 2 different news channels involved. We had groups from all over Knoxville coming in.
The women's build is done about every 2 years, and the ladies here at Local 8 News got to be a part of it. Both our news and sales teams got our hands dirty to build the walls and roof in June.
You know, women were out here lifting walls, putting them up, hitting nails into concrete.
Even Renee herself, and on Saturday she traded in the power tools first set of keys.
I love that.
As Renee tours her new house she'll live in with her kids and grandchild.
This is big man's room.
Every piece reminds her of the power of a woman.
And happy for that family. One of the really cool things about it all and helping with this is that you do not need experience. The people at Habitat, they walk you through every step. Not only was our team able to help Renee and her family, but they also, I should say, learned a lot of tips along the way.
A group spent Saturday building a barn over in Maryville for Master Sergeant Michael Trost. Now, he was shot several times while serving in Afghanistan a few years ago, and since then he's had countless surgeries and hours of rehab. Now the community has found a way to honor their hero.
I hope this is an opportunity for other veterans that need help to speak up and say you need help because there's a lot of people that want to help.
Trost says people from as far away as Johnson City volunteered to help raise this barn. The Knox County Health Department is focusing on kids with a week full of events. City and county leaders, they kick off their Child Health Week at 10 this morning. And tomorrow there's going to be a Healthy Habits Learning Day at Fair Garden Learning Center on Fern Street. Wednesday is International Walk to School Day, which helps promote physical activity. And Thursday's focus is on nutrition, where all Knox County students can get a free breakfast. And of course, all week long, the Knox County Public Library is incorporating health-related books into their regular story times.
All right, less than a month until Halloween, and there's a way you can get spooked and raise money for a good cause. A Blount County family is using a haunted house to remember a loved one, 17-year-old Skylar Boring, who was shot and killed last year. His favorite holiday was Halloween, so this house is just for him. You can go through it for free, and any donation will be given to the Rooster Boring Wrestling Foundation.
I think we all feel like for every nail that we drive and every piece of wood that they put up, that Skylar's right there behind them helping.
And if you'd like to stop by the haunted houses in Walland, it will be open until on Halloween, also on November 1st.
But that's not the only spooky event for a good cause right here in East Tennessee. Zombies invaded Victor Ashe Park on Saturday. The 5K Dead Run benefits local schools and research on cancer and Alzheimer's disease.
All the runners have flags, and the zombies are going to try to get as many flags as they can.
They say they had at least 100 runners, and there was also a zombie-themed movie afterward with several food vendors.
Oh gosh, what if you just didn't know this was going on and you showed up to run?
You just happened to be walking the trails and then that zombie popped out?
Oh, that's too fun.
That's like my worst nightmare. At least
I know.
they were like the little kid that jumped out at her. Like that wasn't as bad, but oh no, that's not my cup of tea.
Hey,
Let's just put
it's
it
good
that way.
training for the zombie apocalypse, Heather.
Yeah,
Right.
Got to get that in.
Absolutely.
Experience.
5:08 on the dot now with your weather on the 8s. Good Monday morning to you. I hope your day is off to a great start as well. What we've got going on for you is we do have waves of rain and storms. So one of those days that you got to have the umbrella handy. You could get an isolated pop-up that just happens to work its way near you this morning. More likely to start seeing some scattered storms, lots of clouds around 11 a.m. Actually, even better chance. Kids getting out of school, people getting out of work, sunsets, maybe trying to wrap out your day. We will have even more showers and storms popping up and moving through. It's just the timing of kind of these waves that are setting up to our west and rolling through our neck of the woods. 48 at 7 to 60 at 11. High today is going to be 73. So seasonable temperatures, got that nice chill. It's just we're also dealing with some storms. So right now they're spotty in southeastern Kentucky. We're seeing a stronger storm just kind of graze Wayne County, and then just anything from some light to moderate showers and some lightning indicators in parts of southeastern Kentucky. It's 55 right now in Knoxville, but 47. There you go, a little chilly in Morristown, 50 in Oak Ridge. Got 52 for you in Crossville, and then the clouds and the storms have held Corbin more closer to 58. So a couple of warmer spots like that, but all in all today we're looking at going to that 60% chance for daytime showers and storms, 80% chance tonight. Make sure you sign up for our free text alerts, whatever keeps you informed, because we could have some strong to severe storms.
All right, good information there. Thank you, Heather. Also good information coming your way when it comes to what's online. Melissa.
Yeah, so we're taking a look at what's trending this morning. Have you watched any Saturday morning cartoons lately?
He's the guy to ask.
Yeah.
You have?
Oh, not lately.
Okay.
I want to make it sound like a wake-up
lately. All right, there's a reason why you haven't seen them, and we'll tell you why coming up.
All right, also, we want to remind you our pet of the week is Cody. Look how cute. Aww. If you're looking for a small dog, this could be the one to steal your heart.
Little
But already stealing ours this
than
morning.
you.
I know. All right, so Cody will be here later on. We're going to have the number there on your screen of the Humane Society and all the info you need if you'd love to take this little guy home.
All right, it's 5:13, and right now we're taking a look at what's trending online. Melissa helping us out with that. And we start with the question, what was your favorite Saturday morning cartoon? Think about that.
Yeah, I said the Jetsons or the Smurfs for me.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
Same here. Or Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, those are good too.
We used to do Transformers. My brother and I used to wake up early and we'd get all excited for that.
Showing your age, Marco.
Hey, she said it, not me.
Okay, so bad news, guys. Video killed the radio star, and
Yep.
thanks to block programming, Saturday morning cartoons are dead now, too.
No more?
No more.
What do kids wake up to?
No more. CW was the last American broadcast channel still running cartoons on Saturday mornings, and they decided to stop. So networks can't seem to compete with cable and satellite cartoon channels. DVDs and streaming devices changed how kids watch TV. I'm sure Heather knows a little something about that.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Dang
so,
it.
yeah. All right, so, and this weekend's weather wasn't the typical fall weather we're used to seeing this time of year.
No, it wasn't. It was pretty cold out there. I was out at Nealon like at 8 in the
we
morning.
all were.
Yeah, and it was so chilly. I had my orange, but I couldn't show it off because I had to have a jacket over.
Yeah, and it really was one of those weekends you could tell who was a wimp in the colder weather because some people had on their big old coats, you know?
I love how
And hey, we got some great pictures from you guys this weekend with the colder weather as well. Oh yeah, I had to scrape my window over the weekend, by the
random.
way.
Oh, wow.
Look at that, 32 degrees.
Is that, oh my gosh, is that
Yeah,
what, frost?
that's frost on top of the roof.
Wow.
That's somebody's.
That's a screenshot. You're like, do I really want to see this? Yeah.
Serious. All right. Okay, so moving along this morning, our coffee talk question. What's your go-to karaoke song?
Oh, that's a good
Oh,
question.
we should have brought in a little microphone.
I know.
I typically go for
sample.
Madonna songs.
You're a Madonna girl.
Yeah, Holiday, Like
That's a
a
good
Prayer, Music. Hey, Mr. DJ. Okay,
I love that one.
Stop.
We need to go karaoke.
I'll sing
I
Like
wanna
a
see
Prayer
some
with
of
you.
this. Yeah.
I know the lyrics to that one.
Yeah.
All right. Reminder, get on Facebook and join the conversation
Yeah.
as well.
Tell
this
us what
morning.
your go-to karaoke song is.
Shoot a video of you singing. We'd love that
Yes,
too.
Oh.
please. We would love that.
All right, coming up, a hotel chain is paying the price for some unhappy guests, and Nicki Minaj mixing things up. And just for all the cartoon fans out there, remember this? After these messages, we'll be right back.
only station with weather alert days. Local 8 weather on the 8s.
Good morning. It is now 5:18 on your Monday. We're starting off the new week really on an interesting note. We've got really what is seasonable temperatures this morning. Get that nice chill and not as cold as it was this weekend, but still we're going through the day with showers and storms. We're starting to fire them up, kind of spread them out as the day goes on. So we've got 48 degrees for you at 8 to 63 at noon. High today 73. So there's that chill, but we got a lot of clouds and waves of rain and storms, and that chance increasing as the day goes on. Spotty this morning, scattered this afternoon, even more so sunset on. I expect to see more rain and storms rolling through during the overnight. So we do go to an 80% chance for rain and storms, sunset on. 60% chance today, high 73. Right now we do have really partly to mostly cloudy conditions. This is causing some variation in our temperatures as well. While we have some spotty showers, some isolated storms in southeastern Kentucky. Stearns, y'all have some rumbles of thunder and some lightning indicators going off. We had a storm kind of grazed northern Wayne counties, now settled in more into Pulaski, and just some light showers in parts of southeastern Kentucky. Now looking at the temperatures, you see where the clouds and the showers are. It's 58 in Corbin, 50 though, Harlan, Middlesboro, 47 in Morristown, 46 even Pigeon Forge, 55 for you in Knoxville. So a few passing clouds have held us really into the mid 50s in the valley. We already have some upper 40s to low 50s. So there's that morning chill, 73 your high, 60% chance for showers and storms. Again, they're going to an 80% chance tonight. What you need to know is that going through tomorrow, we're still going to have on and off showers and storms. This doesn't really start to come to an end until Tuesday night. Then we can clear out, kind of calm down quite a bit Wednesday before we have another front approach. That's why later in the week we start firing up more showers and storms. They'll be scattered Friday into the weekend, so we'll continue to keep you updated, especially with there being another home game when UTC comes to town Saturday. This is our Facebook fan of the week from last week. Bethany McNew, actually from Knoxville, won a $25 gift card to Menchie's. So remember, this is our fun little contest, easy to enter just by liking the WVLT Facebook page and filling out that contest entry form like Bethany did.
We're keeping our eye on the economy this morning. Investors are watching to see if the markets make more gains after encouraging jobs numbers last week. On Friday, the Dow surged almost 209 points. The NASDAQ added 45. And Marriott's going to be paying a $600,000 fine for jamming the Wi-Fi at a conference in Nashville. The move forced attendees to pay up to $1,000 to use the hotel's connection. Marriott defended the practice, saying using its Wi-Fi protects guests against ID theft and cyber attacks. And Nicki Minaj is not just a pop sensation, she's also a successful entrepreneur. Monthly sales of her mixed beverages jumped 500% this year. That's according to a company spokesman. The line, starting at just over $2 a bottle, combines Italian Moscato wine with various fruit juices for a sweet, slightly fizzy experience. All right, coming up, we're talking about ways that you can do Halloween for cheap this year. Stick around for that.
All right, welcome back. Time for this week's Pinspiration, and we're getting ready for Halloween. You know, DIY costumes are not that hard to do. And that's the thing, you know, you think about, do I want to buy the packaged one and spend a lot of money, or maybe try to do it on my own?
Those are not cheap.
No.
I mean, as now a mom trying to consider kids' costumes.
Oh gosh,
it's even more aware.
More elaborate,
and luckily
too.
Logan isn't picky yet. Like, oh, I have to be this. But you can get creative, and that's y'all know that's what I'm all about.
Yeah, and Thrift Shop is a great place to check out, including Goodwill. And they actually have a costume contest going on right now called I believe it's the Ghoulishly Costume Contest, and they're asking people to use items that they bought at Goodwill and show them how they were able to create these costumes.
These are all pictures from their account too.
It's amazing. Yeah, this is off their social media accounts. All the participants have to do is include a photo, a brief description of the costume, and the catch, you got to have items from Goodwill. You got to tell them what store they're from and what you came up with. But really creative ideas. Winners here will get tickets to the zoo, and they have this going on through November 2nd. I know, how cute. I just am amazed at how creative these are. And you can do this at home. We're going to have Erin Rosalina, who's with the Goodwill here later. She's going to bring in some stuff to show us examples. And they do also have some stuff on their social media as well.
Yeah, and that alone can get you inspired, but she's actually going to bring in some ideas and some examples.
Yeah.
So that's
looking forward to what she's come up with as well. And we'll all have all this on local8now.com as well. We'll be right back.
It caught on in a flash. He did the mash. He did the monster mash. From my laboratory in the...
It was one of those weekends where I woke up Sunday morning and I'm going, why is it so cold in this house?
You forgot to turn the heat on, didn't you?
Turn it on.
He was in denial, Heather.
I told you, I built a fire and everything. Like, I was just like, I'm going all out.
Yeah.
It's going to be in the 30s. That heat is coming on. The fire is going.
Don't laugh at me. I broke out my flannel sheets already.
Nice.
Too early?
No, it's not. I mean, I'd say a lot of people waking up right now this morning going, no, I wish I had flannel sheets too. 5:28 now on the dot. We do have that chill again in the morning. Seasonable, but a little bit cooler for some. What we're seeing is a little range here in upper 40s to low 50s. So we should really be right in those low 50s. That's why I say a couple spots are just a little cooler. So we got partly cloudy to mostly cloudy conditions. We're seeing more clouds up in southeastern Kentucky. Isolated showers already firing up this morning, but the best chance for you to deal with rain and storms really comes as the day goes on. 40% chance by 11, 60 degrees. 60% chance by 3 o'clock, 73 your high. Then going to an 80% chance this evening. So it does continue to increase the rain chances tail end of the day into the overnight. 55 right now in Knoxville, but 49 Middlesboro, 47 in Morristown. Look at that chill. 46 Pigeon Forge. Guess what? It feels even colder. Yeah, 55 right now in Knoxville. Feels like 53. Got a light breeze, that chill in the air. We've had some spotty showers and storms in southeastern Kentucky, and we'll see even more of that storm activity later on today.
All right, at 5:29, we want to get to some breaking news out of East Knoxville this morning. We know that dozens of people have been forced from their apartments after a fire broke out just about 2 o'clock this morning. Investigators believe that it did start in a laundry room at Park Ridge Harbor Apartments. That's over on East 5th Avenue. And we do have video from the scene here. Firefighters finding a mattress burning in a laundry room. They say it set off the sprinklers throughout the entire building. Most of the people living there having physical and mental challenges. They are now at temporary housing until damage can be fixed. One person had to be checked out for smoke inhalation, but we know no one else was hurt. Tracking crime in your neighborhood this morning. Detectives needing your help trying to figure out what happened to a New Market woman.
Her body was found in West Knox County, and there's very little clue surrounding the death right now. Deputies say that a man found Anita Martin Saturday. It was near Valley Vista Road and Carmichael Road. They found her body near a gravel road in an undeveloped area, and they believe it was left sometime this past weekend. Detectives have not said how they think she died, but they are investigating this case as a homicide.
I want to know what happened. That's all. I love that woman very much. I love her child. I want an answer. That's all.
Anyone who saw a vehicle or activity in the area between Friday evening and Saturday afternoon is asked to call the sheriff's office.
All right, over in Crossville, a kidnapped woman is waking up safe this morning, back with her family. The sheriff's office says that she was found at a truck stop in Elizabethtown, Kentucky on Saturday. And this man, Douglas Davis, is accused of taking Layla Aprins at gunpoint and stealing a car on Thursday night. He was arrested and charged with rape, felon of possession of a handgun, and also aggravated kidnapping. When he gets back to East Tennessee, he will be facing more charges, according to police. In Cumberland County, a Crossville church is still looking for yard equipment that was stolen more than 2 months ago. This right here is the John Deere riding lawnmower, a push mower, and a green trailer. They were all taken from a maintenance garage at the First Baptist Church on July 31st. If you have any information, call police.
All right, covering America, and the head of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention will brief President Barack Obama on the Ebola situation today. Dr. Tom Frieden says that hundreds of calls and emails are coming in daily about Ebola, and that's a huge increase since Thomas Duncan was diagnosed last week. The Liberian man is in critical condition at a Dallas hospital, and authorities in Dallas are searching for a homeless man who may have had contact with Duncan. No one was hurt after a fender bender at New York City's Kennedy Airport. Officials say this happened last night between a plane carrying about 160 passengers and another one carrying about 50. Passengers on board the smaller plane were able to get off the plane without any problems. Crews now reviewing the damage. A Marine lost at sea could be the first American death in the fight against ISIS. Last week, Corporal Jordan Spears bailed out of an MV-22 Osprey like the one that you see here. It appeared it might have crashed into the Persian Gulf, and U.S. Navy officials say the Osprey lost power shortly after takeoff. Another air crewman got out of the aircraft and was safely recovered. Spears is presumed dead. And today starts the next term for the U.S. Supreme Court, and there's a lot of cases that Melissa here is watching closely for us.
Yeah, and one of these cases involves the religious freedom of an Arkansas inmate. His name is Gregory Holt. Now, Holt wants to grow a beard in accordance with his religious beliefs, but the prison system only allows a neatly trimmed mustache. Corrections officials say that beards allow inmates to hide contraband items and make it hard to identify prisoners. But Holt's lawyers say there should be a less restrictive policy.
Now, has the Supreme Court ruled on cases like this before?
Yeah, so last year the court had to decide if private for-profit companies could opt out of certain healthcare mandates based on religious views.
So what makes, when you look at that one there, what makes this one unique?
Well, Holt actually has the support of both religious and civil liberties groups. Interesting because typically these two groups don't really work on the same side.
All right, it's just one of the many cases that Melissa's looking at. She'll have more coming up later. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. We also want to take a look at some things happening today. WVLT is helping the United Way. A lot of us are going to be volunteering to fill up your gas tank at the annual Pilot Pumpers event. Local 8 News reporter Hillary Magosh, she's going to be at the Pilot at Rocky Hill between 8 and 9 this morning. Also, anchor Alan Williams will be on Chapman Highway from 10 to 11. And the rest of our morning team here, we're going to be out at North Shore Drive right after work from 1 to 2. So stop by and see us. The cool thing about this, 5 cents of every gallon and 10 cents of every dollar spent in store will go to the United Way of Greater Knoxville to help our community. Well, the Seymour Volunteer Fire Department, they're teaming up with Domino's for Fire Prevention Week. And if you do order from the Seymour location today between 5:30 and 9, a fire truck might even be delivering your pizza. And if your smoke detectors are checked out and they're working, that food will be free. If they don't work, firefighters will then replace your batteries. Well, the November 4th elections will be here soon, and if you want to cast a ballot, you're going to need to register by today. And you can do that many ways. Go to the county clerk's office, the county election commission office, register of deeds office, or you can head over to the public library. And if you know of something going on in your community today at 5:34, let us know about it. We love to hear from you through My Story. You can write there on our Facebook page or email mystory@wvlt-tv.com.
East Tennesseans, they traded in their orange for pink this weekend, and thousands were over at World's Fair Park for making strides against breast cancer here in the park. A lot of people showed up for that.
Yeah, Local 8 News reporter Kelsey Lair showing us how this event continues to grow in participation and also meaning.
Whether it's a battle they recently won,
I finished my last chemo treatment in September of last year and my last surgery May of this year.
or whether they've been cancer-free for years.
I just celebrated in March 8 years.
These breast cancer survivors have something to celebrate.
This one really is geared toward the survivor and making them feel welcomed here and honored.
On Sunday afternoon, World's Fair Park hosted the 4th annual Making Strides Against Breast Cancer Walk.
The first Making Strides walk occurred 4 years ago. On that day, around 1,500 people participated.
Now, the number of walkers has more than doubled.
It's pretty amazing just to look around and see all the people out here today.
The walk is put on by the American Cancer Society, but it couldn't have happened without the help of one woman.
I am walking to honor my daughter, who was diagnosed with breast cancer when she was 8 months pregnant.
Ashley Slagle-Roback lost her battle with breast cancer in February of 2013. But before she died, she made it her mission to bring the National Breast Cancer Research Fundraiser to East Tennessee.
The first 2 years, she was very instrumental in being on the committee and getting things going here.
And now her family has picked up where she left off.
When she passed away, we decided that we would continue her mission.
A mission that ultimately ends with a cure.
It's all about finding a cure for it, so we don't have to we don't have to keep doing this.
From start to finish, these walkers will keep making strides until a cure is found. In Knoxville, Kelsey Lair, VLT, Local 8 News.
All right, about 4,000 people walked in the event and raised about $275,000. All that money will go to breast cancer research.
All right, 2 Rowan County Community College professors, they're dedicated to studying biology so much they're living under the water for 73 days. Yeah, they're not coming back up for air either because they have it down there. But you can watch them do it down there. Bruce Cantrell and Jessica Fain, they're posting weekly video lessons on YouTube. The programs are designed to show middle and high school students that science can be fun, and they say they're up for this challenge.
So we won't see the sun or the sky or feel the wind or watch a rainstorm or anything for 73 days, and that's a big challenge.
Now, the Habitat has 2 bedrooms and a common living room, and if they make it 73 days, they're going to break the underwater living record.
That is amazing.
Isn't that cool?
I don't know if I could do it. I kind of get claustrophobic
Yeah,
after
no,
a while.
I don't think I could make it 73 hours. Like, I think that would be pushing it for me, but 73 days?
And then you're with the same person?
No.
24 hours a day, 73 days.
I tried to go scuba diving once. I ended up back in the boat, sick.
Oh, no.
And it was done for me after that.
Yeah, so you're definitely not living underwater for an extended period. All right, 5:37 now. I hope they do it because that's really impressive. Definitely. Obviously, none of us can do it. I hope everybody's having a great Monday morning as well. We're walking out the door now with really just some spotty showers for those of you in southeastern Kentucky. Broken clouds to get the day going. We're seeing a little bit of partly cloudy to mostly cloudy conditions, spotty showers this morning, but becoming more scattered, even more widespread by the tail end of the day into the overnight. So the chance for rain does increase as the day goes on. 48 degrees for you at 8 to 63 at noon. Seasonable, chilly day, cloudy in between, showers and storms later on. 73 will be your high. 60% chance for showers and storms today, but 80% chance from sunset on. Keep that in mind. Yes, some of these storms could become strong to severe this morning. We've just seen some spotty showers. We did have a strong storm more so into Somerset, grazed Wayne County, but right now we just have those spotty showers. Partly cloudy in Knoxville, chilly breeze, so 55 feels like 53. So what you're walking out to, the feels like or the wind chills this morning, feels like 45 right now, Pigeon Forge, 44 even in Greenville, 46 in Morristown, then you get your 53 in Knoxville to 46 Tellico Plains, but then 57 in Corbin. The clouds and the showers kept a couple of spots a little warmer in southeastern Kentucky.
All right, coming up, if you want to start running, but you're just not really sure where to get that start, we're going to have some tips for you on hitting the pavement, making it feel a little less intimidating.
All right, good advice coming up there. And check out this beautiful, beautiful shot of the balloon glow in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep.
Marco's feeling it. He's in the groove. All right, we're going to take a look at some stories impacting your health this morning. A group of top fertility experts say options such as freezing eggs and ovarian tissue should be widely available. A panel says that these methods have proven successful, and that's especially with cancer patients. Researchers say healthy women who want to put off childbirth should also be offered these options. Also, a mini stroke may increase a person's risk of developing post-traumatic stress disorder. Researchers finding 30% of patients who had a mini stroke develop symptoms like PTSD, and that includes depression and anxiety. Mini strokes often lasted less than 5 minutes. They don't cause permanent brain damage, but researchers say it can still be traumatic. All right, it's that time of year when things start to cool down, the leaves start changing color, encouraging many of us to just get outside, get active.
Yeah, it really, even me who doesn't like to exercise, I have been going outside and doing it.
It's easier to do that rather than in the heat.
Oh, yeah, and one of those things to people love to do right now is running. And if you've never ran before, there are a few things that you can do to get started correctly.
I feel like we shouldn't.
I'm going to pay attention right now.
We're paying attention too.
Learning to run actually starts with lots of walking. A trainer recommends that you walk a little, then jog a little. She says new runners also need a running plan. So you go online, you search for beginning 5K training program, and this tells you how often and how long to walk and then jog each week. And a good idea to prevent injury there. Also, the thought of running seems boring. There's some things you can do to stay motivated.
It's still something that I find to be a little bit boring. Headphones help, or running with a partner helps a lot.
Now, it is tough on the body to always run on hard streets or sidewalks. You can find softer surfaces when you can, and give yourself a couple of months trained to get the point of running during your whole workout. You know what has helped me?
What?
Is I take the dogs and they force me to run.
I was going to say, I need to borrow Crockett because I feel like he would just pull me the way.
Yeah, no, I probably can get injured that way, so I try not to take him often too often out.
Well, it makes me feel better to know that you don't have to just start running. You can jog and walk to ease yourself into it.
Because at first I'm like, oh, I'm such a weakling walking.
It makes me think back to PE class when you had to run the mile.
Oh.
I mean, couldn't do that today.
Yeah, that was rough. Hey, our coffee talk question today is, what is your go-to karaoke song? We love to sing around here. And what's your go-to karaoke?
I always love Lauryn Hill and the Fugees, Killing Me Softly.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's always my jam.
Yes, that's a good one.
And then my friend Amanda in college, she would always sing like the background part of the
so you
song.
guys had a thing going.
Yeah, we had a thing going on. So it's been years since we sang that.
All right. Share your favorite karaoke song, and we might air it here coming up later in the show.
Take my tears and that's not nearly all. Tainted love, tainted love. Now
Tracking weather with an hour-by-hour forecast. Local 8 weather on the 8s.
If you missed it, our coffee talk question of the day was your favorite karaoke song, and I was hoping we'd just come over here and karaoke the weather today.
Well, you know, I just didn't get the graphic built in time with the words. It's the only
I was thinking like It's Raining Men. We could sing that one. I don't know. The Thunder Rolls, Garth Brooks.
I'm sure we could come up
with some weather-related ones.
Yeah. You think of that while I go do the actual
and
weather.
actually not sing it.
5:48 now with your weather on the 8s. I hope everybody's having a great Monday. I hope you had an awesome weekend as we get the week started. We're changing things up a bit. Yes, I know it was a chilly weekend. We've got a nice seasonable chill in the air for you this morning. And as we go through the day, we're going to see showers and storms popping up, moving through. Some stronger to possibly severe storms for you today. So keep that in mind because the chance for rain does increase as the day goes on, even more so this evening into the overnight. So 20% chance spotty showers this morning, 48 degrees at 7, 60 degrees at 11. High today will be 73. So that is seasonable, kind of that nice light chill. Lots of clouds, though, and a 60% chance for afternoon showers and storms, some of which could be strong. We've got 55 for you right now in Knoxville, 47 in Morristown, 49 Middlesboro, 50 in Oak Ridge, 52 Harlan. So we're getting a little back and forth here as passing clouds have moved through. This has helped some keep from cooling off too much more than others. We also had some showers and some isolated storms in southeastern Kentucky this morning. But going forward, there is that slight risk for severe weather. So the severe storm threat really for later on today into the overnight. The slight risk outlook goes through tonight into tomorrow morning. Damaging winds and hail would be the main threats out of storms that we could experience going forward. And on your futurecast, you can see what I mean. Spotty this morning, all of a sudden around noon. We've got several more showers and storms in our area. Going into the afternoon hours, all of a sudden it starts becoming more widespread. We're going to bring in kind of some lines of showers, some thunderstorms. We could have some heavy downpours around Oak Ridge through Roane County, Morgan County, rolling into Knox around 6 p.m. These could be some nasty storms with that damaging wind and hail potential going on into the Smokies in that 6 to 7 o'clock hour. So this is what we'll be keeping an eye on and keeping you informed about throughout the day.
You know, when you've got a case of the losses, so often a dose of the Browns is the cure. And for Tennessee, it appeared Cleveland yesterday was the remedy to get back on track. That was until a monumental collapse. After missing the previous game, Jake Locker was back in the starting lineup, but that would not last long. More on that in a moment. Titans looked like Super Bowl contenders early on. Locker scrambling, says he wants to have more fun playing football. He's going to do more of that. He dives for the score, 14-zip Tennessee. But in the second quarter with a hurt hand, Locker had to leave the game, enter Charlie Whitehurst. But it appeared the Titans would be just fine. Whitehurst airs it out to Justin Hunter. The former vault breaks free for the 45-yard score. It's 28-3 Titans in the first half. This one over. No, it's not. Second half, the meltdown begins. Still leading 28-22, 3 to play. It's 4th and inches. Tennessee goes for it, does not get it. Huge play. Cleveland takes over. And when Brian Hoyer hits Travis Benjamin, Cleveland completes the comeback. Browns stunned the Titans 29-28. The Titans blew a 25-point lead, their largest ever.
You know, there was a lot of things that went on in that second half that could have gone either way, and it just didn't seem to go our way. A lot of it was self-inflicted, and, you know, those are the things that we've got to eliminate if we're going to win football games.
Did you consider punting there?
I did. I considered it very heavily, but I felt like within having only one timeout, we would have a chance to win the game right there.
Yeah, that's 4 straight losses for Tennessee as the squad drops to 1-4. The Titans do host Jacksonville this coming up Sunday. The interest and the hype were there. That was evident heading into the Florida game that, yes, the fan base was on board with the Vols. Is it still? That's the challenge for Butch Jones. He has to keep things moving forward. He has to keep his team together, all the while hoping fans will remain patient during this process. Some fans are. They're realistic. Others, however, a bit frustrated.
And we have great character in this football program, and it's a long, long season. And we have to keep grinding. We can't listen to the clutter, the distractions. We have to be a blue-collar football team.
We believe in each other, believe in this coaching staff. We can't leave our season with this Florida loss. Like I said, we got a lot of games left the rest of the season. Our job is just to keep doing the things we're doing, keep critiquing ourselves, keep getting better, and hopefully we win more games than we lose.
The Vols do host Tennessee Chattanooga Saturday at 4 o'clock. It's homecoming on the Hill. The game will air on the SEC Network. That is a look at sports. I'm Daryl Hobby.
All right, turning now to your news up to the minute you wake up this morning. These are some stories that we're tracking in our 6 o'clock hour coming up.
Starting with a memorial to honor the millions of America's veterans who are living with disabilities. The memorial honors all disabled veterans, making it truly special. And that means There's a link from the Revolutionary War all the way to present day. The idea behind it is that the disability doesn't end when the war ends, something that veterans say the public has really never understood.
We're also following up on Olympic swimmer Michael Phelps, who's trying to get help. It's been less than a week since his latest DUI arrest. He's announced he's going to attend a program that will help better understand himself.
And the Supreme Court starts its next session today. We're looking at some of the cases the justices will take on. That includes a case involving threats on social media. Local 8 News anchor Melissa Lee, she's going to tell us how that could affect the way that we use certain websites.
And at 5:53, we want to take a look right now at what traffic's looking like out there. Pete Michael standing by.
I'll tell you what, we've got a good morning going so far. Whenever we can start the morning out without crash is a good idea. Had a report of a car fire just off of Chapman Highway to the south of us. Looking at some CDI cameras, an early morning start. You've got time for another bowl of cereal. Pete Michaels, Pilot, VLT Local 8 Traffic.
All right, more of your news and weather up next.
Also, before we head to break, though, take a look at our pet of the week. This is Cody. And I want you to notice that the grass is taller than Cody.
He's so tiny.
If you're interested in making sure that he joins your family, there's the phone number on your screen, and the Humane Society and Cody going to be joining us here in the next few minutes.
Time after time, if you're lost, you can